This episode is brought to you by Schismatic Industries. Schismatic Industries is gi and no-gi jiu-jitsu apparel. You can check out their apparel at www.schismaticindustries.com, which is spelled SCHISMATIC Industries. You can also follow them on Instagram at schismatic_industries and check them out for the best gi and no-gi jiu-jitsu apparel. This episode is also brought to you by Guardian Oil. You can follow them at www.tryguardianoil.com or follow them on Instagram at handle tryguardianoil. Guardian Oil is a spray, a cleansing spray you can use before or after training, especially in the grappling department, to keep you clean, keep your skin healthy, soft, and clean from infection and germs.
I'm a champion now. If you thought I was a pain in the ass before, you got no idea what you're in store for.
Who the fuck is that guy?
The Doctor and the Driver podcast
starts now.
Oh, that's new.
That is new. That told you that too?
Yeah. No.
It's so early here.
Yeah.
I did not go to bed early.
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything, but I went to bed a few hours ago.
Why?
The alarm clock hit hard.
Did it? It did. It did
Yeah.
me as well.
I was like, oh.
Like, early time.
Like one of those, like the alarm clock goes off and you're like, can't wait to get back to sleep when I'm done.
Mm-hmm. We're on that same page over here.
2K might have to wait.
That's fine with me.
We'll see. Sometimes I feel that way and then I feel better halfway through, but could use the extra hours. I only got less than 2 weeks left to work.
Did you put in like your 2-week notice?
I did.
And were they like, no, Gage, please, we need you, bro?
They're like, finally, we're about to fire your ass. It was weird. I had to like psych myself up for it. I've never had to do that before.
I'm telling the boss, man.
That was the first time.
Oh, it's not like you have like a terrible reason. It's not like you're like, yeah, I'm going to the competitor. It's like my family moved across the country, so I'm gonna go follow them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they were cool. They were fine with it. I was just like really awkward about it. I was like, yeah. I was like,
thanks for telling us.
They're like, all right, well, we're gonna miss having you around. I was like, that's it.
Yeah, dude, because some people just fucking quit and then they're assholes.
Yeah. And some people were really shitty employees.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, thank God.
Yeah.
But like when you're a decent employee and like you quit the right way. For some reason I felt like because I guess realistically I was keeping the move a big secret from work. Realistically, that's what was going on. So I just felt like dirty. I don't know. Even though 2 weeks is like customary, right? Like
yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I was like, man, they're gonna be like, why didn't you tell me sooner? That's like what I was thinking.
He was gonna be in there and be like, you just now found out that your family's moving.
Yeah, that's kind of like what he's like. This all of a sudden? I was like, we've been planning it, but
now it's like real.
Now it's the time.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Do you know where you're gonna go once you get to the East Coast?
I have a I applied to a place to talk to this guy on the phone.
And he
Big.
was like,
"Fuck yeah, big company."
who you like hauling concrete, huh? And you go, yeah. And he goes, we got fucking concrete, buddy.
Yeah. He's like, "We got mud to be hauled."
Is that what he said?
No, but
Oh.
basically, yeah. I called a few people. Basically, everyone. Everyone needs mixer drivers, man. Everyone.
So they all were like, oh, when can you start?
Exactly. Yeah, every single one of them.
Do they all have southern accents, like draws? Like, well,
Not really. Not really.
yeah, dude, because it's all Yankees in South Carolina. Didn't you know that?
That's what the South Carolinians say.
Yeah.
They go.
Us Northerners invaded them. We didn't leave.
Yeah, a lot of people from Ohio apparently. When I was there with Kimberly, and we were talking about some stuff, and her brother goes, yeah, it's the same old place, just more people. But whatever, I like it down there. So conveniently, I like it down there. I like it here too, though. So whatever. I don't know if you can tell, I'm all browned up. I was at the lake, getting all brown.
On like a boat?
No, just sitting on the beach.
Like
laying
alone?
out. Saturday I went alone, and then Sunday I was going to go alone. My roommates were
Did you like bring a book?
No, I brought a towel and that was it.
And you were just long hair beach guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Said timer on the phone, just so I know when the flip sides, bro.
Just laid her out.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Do you feel like you got the glow that you were going for?
Not yet. I'll have to wait a little bit. I'm a little red right now. I don't burn very bad though.
Remember that time you got in the tanning bed for too long?
that was unforgettable, bro. I should have. You know, it's funny. I told my roommates. I told my roommates that exact story. I was like,
you laying on my couch, my like pull-out couch, because you couldn't move because it hurt.
It was so miserable. One of the worst pains I think I've ever felt. Well, I don't know if you remember the story. The story was when I went to the tanning bed, and the lady at the tanning bed was like, "If this is your first time, you want to do like 8 to 10 minutes or something like that." And I was all like, "No, like I'm going after it. Like I want like 30." She was like, "Terrible idea. Don't do it." And I'm like, "I'll be all right. Like, give me the juicy. Give me the long one." She's like, it's so discouraged. And I was like, "Give it to me."
Yeah, that makes it way better. That she was like, you don't want to do this. No, I do. No, you don't. Yeah, I do.
Like, no, I think I do.
Oh,
She's
God.
all right.
I just remember you glowing red.
It was bad. But see, sun doesn't do that to me.
I know.
Sun doesn't do it to me. I don't burn very bad in the sun at all. Like I never wear sunscreen. Ever. I just get in the sun. I literally lay out. And then like one time a year I'll burn a little bit, and then the red slowly turns brown, and then I brown on top of that.
A beautiful tan.
Yeah. I don't ever wear sunscreen, which is, my doctor was not happy when I told him that, but whatever. Apparently the doctors really recommend you wear sunscreen.
Yeah, they do.
It was like part of my questionnaire when I had my physical. Do you wear sunscreen? I was like, no. He's like, I noticed you said you don't
wear sunscreen.
I was like, no. He's like, you should. Would you like me to tell you the harmful effects of UV rays? I was like, no, I'm good.
I'll tell them the tanning bed story.
I think it's different, bro. I think it's different. Like I said, I don't burn like that in the.
Yeah, it's way worse.
Yeah. Did I have you put aloe on me?
I don't remember. I just I just remember you like not being able to move, and you just laid in my living room.
My skin was on fire,
Yeah.
and I was like leather. I was like I had like leprosy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So, anyways, let's get into it.
Well, quite an appetizing card we had on Saturday.
I was like hungover the next day from the excitement.
You were hungover from the excitement, the
Well,
emotion. You said you lost your voice.
I lost my voice.
So how did it feel? Is that partly because you had like potentially big money on the line when it came down to the end? So did that make it even more exciting?
I haven't had a bet. Well, for one, I stopped betting for a while until then you started kind of helping me, and then with your little app. But this was the first parlay I had that
You had
went
a
all the
hedge
way.
going. Yeah.
It went all the way. I had a hedge going, but the big money was for Oliveira.
Yeah. So whenever you told me I lost my voice, bro, I was like, oh, dude, he was thinking about that money.
I'm sure that had an effect.
Yeah.
Like because it was a 4-man parlay, and each fight I was getting more and more excited, and like the Dariush fight, I'm like, let's go,
Dude, that's why it's fun to gamble.
yeah, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. I went nuts, dude. When I went the whole knockout sequence of the main event, I was on my feet. I'm like, yeah.
You're like the guy at the horse race that starts slapping his own ass. Get up, get going.
I wasn't doing that, but I see what you're saying. And then like even before the ref stopped it, like when he knocked him down the second time, I'm like, I was clapping loud. I was like just clapping. You couldn't even hear the commentators. I'm like, that's it, that's it, that's it. It was exciting.
Were you alone when you were watching it?
No, my roommates were watching.
Was everyone else like, geez,
No,
Steve, got something going?
no, too. It's
They were,
contagious.
yeah,
Definitely
well,
contagious. Definitely contagious.
the energy, yeah.
Definitely, yeah. When I was
It's
standing
fun
up
to watch
screaming,
with people.
you're right, 100%. I was standing up screaming, and my roommate literally stood up as I stood up, and we were both screaming. It was pretty epic.
It's like, yeah, it's like, I
It's like,
still think the most fun I ever had watching a UFC was when I watched it at Power Plant on like the big screen TVs in Philly, and there was like 500 people all watching John Jones head kick Daniel Cormier.
oh yeah, but
It's just that crowd, like, everyone's like, oh my god,
yeah.
yeah,
Emotion. I think emotion in general is contagious.
yeah,
It's like laughing. Like you will laugh more watching a comedy with someone else than you will
yeah. It's
by
like a
yourself.
scientific fact, and that, yeah, that's weird.
For sure.
That's
like,
how like comedy shows work, basically.
comedy
They have to have a crowd.
shows, even yeah, which is kind of weird, but it's true. Even funny movies, like you're not gonna laugh nearly as hard watching a funny movie by yourself as you would with a crowd. Like you both find everyone simultaneously find something funny, and then you all laugh together. And then like you laugh, like your laughter on top of laughter. So it's the same when you watch fights, for sure. It's the same thing. Excitement is just as contagious. My roommate, we were going nuts, dude. We were like, oh my god. And then like every time someone gets dropped, like, we're both like, oh shit. It was epic. It was an epic night. I'm gonna figure out where to start.
The prelims.
Yeah.
With our girl, friend of the podcast.
Wow. Yeah, that was impressive.
Dude,
Was
you
very
didn't
impressive.
believe, bro.
It wasn't that I didn't believe. It was that I was like, man, it's probably a tough fight. She made it look relatively easy.
Yeah, Andrea KB Lee, bro. KGB, wait.
Yeah. You said it right.
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
It was very sick.
I was scared they kept saying like how long she had her in the triangle thing, that her legs were gonna fucking give out.
Me too, because I have been there.
And you're like, oh no.
Yeah, but I mean, she wasn't. I don't think like there's a few times that she went to finish it, but I think for the most part, she just had her legs figured four. And she was holding her in the triangle, but I mean, it's not like she was squeezing to finish for 4 minutes. She was, then her legs would be jello. But it was definitely a concern. But
Yeah, and then didn't she say basically she just went out on a limb and grabbed that arm, and it just happened, and she just threw it behind her back?
yeah, well, yeah, I think that's what she said. Well, there's 10 seconds left. She's like, might as well. I mean, I'm gonna go for broke.
It looked gross.
And it was really good. And the whole time I was wondering, I was screaming for her to just like go all out on the triangle, which might have been terrible advice, but it seemed like she never really just tried to finish the triangle. I thought like if she would have actually like there's one point where she got the arm across, which is what you want, and then she never. I just wanted her to squeeze the fucking shit out of it and pull her head down for like 10 seconds. And she never went for it. She kept adjusting and moving her angles and messing with arms and strikes and shit. But it all worked out. So
Yeah,
ended up
thought it
being
was
a
an exciting finish.
for sure.
But-
Literally 10 seconds left.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was very impressed with her, honestly. That's a big fight for her too, because that's a relatively big name. It's Champ's sister.
younger sister, older
Older,
sister.
which is kind of weird, but yeah. Older sister. Way less. Like if you go to their Instagram and you look at like Valentina's followers, then you look at Antonina's followers, it's like, damn, not even close.
Yeah.
Not even
Well,
close.
I don't think Valentina would have got armbarred like that.
I don't think so either. I don't think anyone thinks that.
Nope.
Then let's Jordan Wright. Jordan Wright said, "I'm not here to get paid hourly, son."
It's pretty cool.
I don't think it's actually what he said, but
Yeah, I was gonna say that would
I'm
have been cool to say.
I'm gonna misquote him and say that because I thought it sounded cool too. I don't get paid hourly, son. 1 minute of work.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty impressive how he set it up. Literally just elbowed the shit out of him when he was trying to take him down.
Yeah. Yeah, I was worried. I thought this Jamie Pickett guy had a very intimidating frame, I thought. See how long his fucking legs were? It was
Mhm.
crazy. I was like, where's this guy's torso? It was like you seen his neck, and then like 5 inches later his shorts started. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? This guy was just long limbed, dude. But yeah, so Pickett like shot a shot up against the fence, right? And that's how it started with Jordan Wright landing elbows with his back against the fence, right?
Yeah.
That was
So he
pretty
shot in,
epic.
and then he like didn't let go and just kept getting fucking eating him. And then he eventually like stunned him, and he fell down.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty like yeah, epic, I
Yeah,
guess. I
it's
don't know.
impressive for Wright.
It
I was
was
impressed.
impressive. Yeah. And then I think he and Venata are friends. Someone else on the card is like his best friend I've seen on social media. They were hugging each other after the second one won. It was like 2 for 2 for best friends or something like that. So the Lando Venata fight was interesting. Some judge gave Mike Grundy 30-27.
Yeah, and that's what they were talking about is like what's going on.
Yeah, that's when there's a few questionable judges. I don't know if anyone necessarily got robbed, but when they read judges' scorecards aloud, there was a lot of what? And this is in Houston now. They did this
Again,
exact same
yeah.
thing when Derek Lewis headlined the card. Derek Lewis himself arguably could have lost that main event. And a close but boring fight, I do believe. But I remember those Houston judges. I was like, what? This was like right before the pandemic, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's so weird. Because who supplies the judges? The state athletic commission? Is that who supplies the
Yeah, I guess.
judges?
So I guess Texas just sucks.
Texas is like, here's your judge.
I'd be like, here's this guy. He was a boxer, so here you go.
Yeah, that's tricky. That's tricky. It shouldn't be that tricky because
I know
like
it's so weird. The sport's so big now.
it is.
Like
It's
I get
so
that
weird.
if that was happening 10 years ago, but
I
like
feel like
there are
almost always, like if someone actually pays attention to the fight, I feel like most people would agree on who wins most fights. Is that too bold to say? I feel like usually you have
I think sometimes there's some debate, but it's
some
like,
fights are so close they're hard to call, and you don't want
yeah,
to be a judge.
I just don't understand. Like at this point, there should be enough like retired fighters, like guys that like
You probably don't
know.
get paid that much, man.
Yeah, I know, but still, you'd think they'd like like all the guys that are high school referees, bro. You know,
What about like remote judging? Is that too sketchy?
I don't see why it wouldn't. Why it would be.
Well, you probably wouldn't be able to. They wouldn't want you to hear the commentators. Probably that'd probably be a big factor for like
They would.
watching
Why
on
they can't
TV.
hear them live?
No, not with a crowd. That was kind of, I think that was an issue when there was no crowd. I think they could hear the commentators. The commentators certainly, apparently, know more than the judges. So,
Mm.
yeah, if there's a crowd there, like they're not meant to be walked through the fight. That's a we are as an audience. We're supposed to be walked through positions and his history and oh he landed this dark stroke on so and so and this year. The judges don't need to hear that shit.
Yeah, but I don't see how that would affect. They're still watching the fight.
I don't know how to put it in
Do they
terms,
talk? Do
but
they talk to each other during
I
fights? Or
don't.
they're like, man, he looks tired. Look how
Oh, I
gassed he
don't
is.
know. I feel like they shouldn't because they have their own scorecard. So you score enough for
I feel
him?
like
Does
they
he look
should.
tired? Yeah, me too. Like you don't want them to be seeing this. Oh, I guess you want them. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't want them to talk to each other
Yeah.
because then they could sway each other and then have the exact same scorecard.
Yeah, like one guy
And
be
what
like,
if one
damn,
guy
did you
had a
see
shitty
that?
point? Yeah, he had
Yeah.
a really shitty point. He's like, well, I'm going to give it to Grundy because of this. And the other guy's like, good point. I'm also going to give it to Grundy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he changed his own mind. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know the solution. But
I mean,
I don't really hate the 10-9 system. A lot of people complain about the 10-9 system. I feel like almost always it's fine.
I know a lot more people that are more important than us are raising the questions about the judges. So,
Yeah, so that's a good thing.
yeah, maybe maybe they'll find a solution.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I'm sure when
Hopefully.
Dana's there and he hears that, he's got to be like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, here's another thing I get to hear about.
Yeah, I think one of the problems is it's so out of his control.
Mm.
I think he's like, I can't tell the Texas State Athletic Commission who to fucking
Send in here.
or even license in general. Like if they're that bad, then they're just shitty judges. Like how'd they get? I don't know if it's I assume it's a license. I don't know, or just
Yeah, I
a
don't know
job,
either.
or just a job. Like how did you hire this person?
Mm.
I don't know though. But the Lando Banana fight was pretty epic. Um, I didn't pay enough attention honestly to this one to really score it, but I know anytime you got 30-27 for one guy and 30-27 for another guy, and I watched one of the rounds pretty clearly. I was like, it's got to be Venata. Um, that's not good. If one guy's like, I think this guy won every round, and another guy goes, I think the other guy won every round. Something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good. That's not good. But we'll get into that more later because there's one fight I paid very close attention to. I'd like to talk about with a questionable decision.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then let's just spill the beans. So Jacare got his fucking arm snapped in half.
Gross.
So gross. Dude, I heard it live.
And you're like, ooh.
I feel like I was one of the OGs, bro. I feel like I was one of the only ones.
You heard it.
Everyone kept talking about it during the replay, and as soon as it happened, and the judge stepped in there, I was like, I think I had a break. And then my roommate was like, yeah, I think I heard that too. And then the commentators were talking about it after the replay because they thought he tapped. And then I was like, I don't think he tapped, bro. I'm pretty sure I heard his fucking arm break. And then the replay, you see it and you hear it. You see like the jolt.
And then you're
Oh, dude, it's so gross.
yeah.
Jiu-jitsu does work, apparently.
I don't think so.
When Tony Ferguson.
Damn. So how do you think a 41-year-old guy comes back from shattering his arm?
I don't know, man. I don't know. That was the first time he's ever submitted. That's pretty crazy.
Damn, I wonder what the odds were for that.
Oh my god. Probably hard to find.
Yeah, they're not gonna be able to find it. I bet it was like plus 1,600, something crazy like that.
God, yeah. He's never been submitted in an MMA fight before. I'm sure he's an actual jiu-jitsu player. I'm sure he's been submitted then before. But yeah, never been submitted in an MMA fight before. It's crazy. But yeah, he's old, man. Just start doing these trap fights, man. I said that, I don't know if I said in the show. Maybe I did. Like, it's a trap fight, dude. It's just like the Dominic Reyes Yuri Prohaska fight. Look, when you got a guy with a big name, right? He's just happens to be fighting some unknown guy with a really good record. It's not a coincidence.
Yeah.
People are going to tune in to the vet with the name they know, and they're going to get exposed. Hey, look at this guy.
This guy just fucking tooled this guy up. Who is that guy?
And then he performs well, and then he starts getting the attention.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly what Yuri Prohaska did. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen.
They did what they thought they were. They were who we thought they were.
Dominic Reyes coming off a title shot, main eventing a card against a guy who's second fight in the UFC, and he has like 25 knockouts out of 26 fights or something crazy. It's like, this is a setup. This is a setup. Like, they are fully expecting this guy to, if not win, at least have a big performance. And then ta-da, now we have another star. And he's blown up since then. So yeah, I had a feeling this was going to happen. Prelim headliner right before pay-per-view card. A vet name like Jacare versus this fucking kid who has a really high finish rate and is young. I think he's young. I assume
31.
Yeah, he's young. Yeah, 10 years younger. So yeah, I feel like this was a trap fight as well. I definitely stayed away from this one in the betting department. But yeah, I don't know. Have you ever seen a broken? I don't think I've ever seen a broken arm before in the MMA or in the UFC.
Didn't Frank Mir break somebody's arm?
Oh yeah, in a Kimura.
Yeah,
you're right. He did.
Is it Tim Sylvia? Who? Yeah,
I don't remember whose arm he broke.
I remember
That's
watching.
pretty epic. Yeah, he did, but it was like in a Kimura, so it was like, I thought it was more of like a shoulder dislocation. But like, it was like this dude snapped fucking what's his face. Jacare took it like a balsa, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm reading the comments of the other guy. He said he knew that it had to go like this. He knew he was going to have to break it. He was never going to tap.
Yeah. Yeah, clearly. That's crazy, man. The pain. I can't imagine the pain. If you get armbar good enough, like your arm hurts for like days. That's like no pops, no nothing.
Now his is definitely going to hurt.
Yeah, I assumed. He's having surgery today on Monday. I saw. But let's get into the meat and potatoes, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Edson Barbosa, Shane Burgos, as advertised. What
great way to start the main card.
Barn burner, dude.
Yeah, it was a great fight.
Barn burner. I think that was the first time I've seen. So Edson's fucking shin split open from kicking so much.
Yeah,
that was pretty weird. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, he looked really, really, really good.
I know, this is 2 fights in a row. He looked good.
Yeah,
he looked normal again. His last fight, he had a beard and a fro, and I'm like, who's this guy?
Damn,
He
he's
had
been fighting since 2012. He's still only 35 though.
Yeah, I don't think he's that old. Yeah.
Damn, his UFC debut was 2010.
So we'll get into more of that later. Charles Alvarez, same thing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And he's only 35, so he's like in his prime. So
Yeah. Yeah, it was impressive. A lot of people were picking Burgos, man. I was definitely
I
worried
did.
about this
I
one.
picked Burgos. I
You were
like
one of them.
Burgos. Yeah.
I did too. He's very exciting. He's very good. He's very exciting. He had that one crazy fight with Josh Emmett. That was like fight of the year contender. Edson he took those leg kicks well because Edson was fucking his legs up. I thought that would be almost a bigger impact, but Burgos kind of took it very well, and then Burgos started landing some leg kicks of his own. It was a good fight. Very weird knockout. We gotta talk
It
about
was
that.
so weird.
I was so confused.
I know. I was like, what the fuck just happened? And then
I thought there was a body shot. Bless you. I thought
Excuse
there was a body shot I didn't see. And then after they stopped it, I realized he was out cold. I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah, it's like weird when they show the replay and you just see like the lights leave from his eyes, like 20-second delay.
Yeah. I mean, that's exaggerated, but I get what you're doing.
Yeah.
It was like quite a bit though.
It was
It was like at least 5 seconds.
4 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. He ate that big overhand right. And then they were just standing there. Just everything looked normal. And then all of a sudden the brain was like, fucking
He just fell backwards.
new phone, who this? Like, I'm out.
Yeah, and people were saying, like that Edson didn't need to hit him those couple times, but dude, no one had no
Definitely.
idea. Any had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, like would he have like what was he supposed to have treat that as a walk-off knockout?
Yeah, definitely not. Because what if he fell down and like he just like got back up?
Yeah.
I thought at first that his body hurt somehow. I was like, oh, is there a body shot I didn't see? And then yeah, he went out cold, like 7 seconds after getting punched. It was very weird.
So Joe Rogan said he's never seen it before ever, so it must never happened before.
Yeah. That dude would remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's very strange, but fuck, man, what a good fight. Oh my god, I was so excited. I had that as fight of the night when the night started. I was like, that's gonna be hard to top. So anyways, Barboza gets the round 3 knockout. And then this was another one that was questionable. So I had Caitlin Chukagian in my bet. If I was a judge, I would have given 29-28 to the Brazilian.
Yeah,
That's how I would have scored.
She definitely won round 3.
Easily. No, she definitely won round 1. Oh no, I'm talking about the Brazilian. No, yeah. Chukagian definitely won round 3. Yes, she definitely won round 3. And the Brazilian definitely won round 1. I don't know how you say her name, I forgot. It's Viviane something.
Araujo,
I think you're right. We'll go with Araujo. Araujo clearly won round 1. Chukagian clearly won round 3. Round 2, I could see an argument for Chukagian winning round 2 because there was quite a bit of stand up and it was pretty close. But how do I say Araujo? Araujo, dude, she had quite a bit of ground control time and submission attempts that were like could have ended the fight. And like Chukagian got up from that eventually and then landed like that. It wasn't like she even when they got up, she had clearly better striking exchanges. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, okay, maybe she got the better of the striking exchanges, but she was just dominated on the ground for 2 minutes. So I would have given that to.
Yeah. And one of the judges gave it 30-27 to Chukagian. So
that's absurd.
Yeah.
That's absurd. Because she definitely lost round 1.
And was it a unanimous decision?
It was unanimous. All 3 judges gave Chukagian the score.
So they all
only one asshole gave her all 3 rounds. But again, I was happy with the decision because I had a bet, but I was like, I wouldn't have scored that. I would have scored rounds 1 and 2 to Origio. I would have given her the win if I was his judge. So I don't know. I feel like I'm not alone here,
I'm sure you're not.
but I was
That's why they
happy.
need open scoring.
I know, but I was happy.
Dude, I don't know. I'm surprised like they say it on the air, like because it's kind of
Yeah,
like going against the UFC for them to be like, why don't we have it? Like,
yeah, that's a good point.
yeah,
Because
like
what's his face? They started doing it, and they've been doing it. Invicta does it, I think.
yeah.
The
It just
women's promotion.
I just don't see it. I get what they say, the disadvantages, but I think it's a more advantageous than it brings more positives than negatives.
I think so. At least experiment with it. That's what
Yeah.
Invicta did. They were like, "We're going to do it for this one event, and we'll see how it goes."
Yeah.
It's not like we're changing it forever, and if it sucks, then
Yeah, and even
we're
still,
stuck.
when there's still judges, like even if one judge gives you 2 rounds to O, but if the other two give you 1-1, you still have to work to win the round. So
Yep, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I think you and I have been outspoken about it. I would definitely support it. I don't think I think they should try it. Invicta did it, and they were like, "We're going to do it for this one event, and we'll see what people think." And then everyone seemed to be all about it. Because in the fight, dude, imagine being one of the fighters, and you see like your corner will tell you what they think, and then someone will be biased, someone will give you shitty advice. But like when you see like, hey, this is the score. The judges have it 1-1. You have to win this third round, and both of them have
know
that.
that. Yeah, I think that'll make
Yeah.
way more exciting fight.
Yes.
Yeah, when they both know
I
they
think
have
the
to win
only
this round.
problem is when someone's up 2 rounds to nothing on all judges' scorecards and they expect him to coast. But I feel like if you're up 2 rounds,
You know it.
you
Yeah,
probably
you
know
know
it.
it anyways.
Yeah, you probably know it. So you're probably not gonna fight that different. But when it's 1-1 and it's not like fingers crossed, like hopefully they gave me this one or this one was close. I don't know how they scored it, but you know if you don't win this round, you lose the fight. Both guys know that, or both gals. That's gonna be an epic fight.
Yeah.
And then this
I'll
next
put in a
fight,
call. Put in a call to Dana.
yeah,
Make it happen.
make it happen, Alex.
Yeah.
This next fight was probably, in my opinion, the least exciting fight of the night.
Really? I thought it was good.
No, it was. No, I guess the Cage Kagan would probably have been. This guy, it was pretty crazy. This guy pulled it off with. He took the fight on really short notice. I think.
Yeah, a week.
A week's notice. Yeah.
And he was the dog.
Of course he was. Took the fight on a week's notice. Always gonna be the dog when you do that.
I thought it was a good fight. I thought he
It
won
was.
for sure.
Yeah, he had some big moments. But it wasn't like anything super memorable to talk about, in my opinion. Unless you got some shit you want to say.
No, it was just a good fight.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
We'll
the
move on.
correct winner won.
Okay. We'll move on.
And
To what?
the sad time.
Beneil Dariush, bro. Beneil Dariush versus Tony Ferguson. I saw it coming, bro.
You felt it.
I saw it coming. I'm sorry to be the guy.
You're the guy.
People love Tony.
You're
I'm
the
sorry.
corner, bro.
I know. Shout out to Tom at God Mode. When I posted my predictions, he commented and he was like, "But Tony," and like a cry face. I'm like, sorry, man. I think this is it. I don't know if Tony's done for, but like now I'm starting to think so. I didn't think that, but when I made my prediction, I didn't think that. I just thought he was kind of better all around. It's a no-gi world champion, dude. Tony's usually the better grappler.
Yeah, dude, it was not even close.
No, but he did have him in a weird darce.
Yeah.
Which again, I wouldn't be freaking out so much had I not had money on this. So like I was pretty freaking out.
You're just staring at the TV. You're like,
Well,
he's fine. He's got air.
Yeah, Tony's got really long arms, dude. He locks up darces from everywhere. He locked up that darce like sitting in his guard. I'm like, that's weird. Usually you got to be like off to the side, have like the perfect angle to actually get that. But Tony just like wrapped his arms around. It's very impressive. But then again, I was like, well, he doesn't really have an angle to like finish this. But every time there was some shifting going on, I'm like, come on, dude, just be okay. And
What do you think about when his knee popped and he just took it?
I wish I could tell you I was surprised.
You were like, he's not gonna tap.
That's exactly what I thought. I'm like, he's not going to tap, but like he might be seriously hurt.
Yeah, that was pretty gross. It
I didn't
looked
know
bad.
it was not good. I did not know Dariush had leg locks like that though.
Yeah, and then I think Dariushin said he's like, I swore I heard it pop.
He said it probably loud. What he said in the post fight. He said it popped loud, and Tony had that crazy face of agony, which he did. And then he was like, I went for it again, and he seemed unfazed. So I was like, all right, I'll just come up on top. Like, if you're not going to tap, then I'm just going to continue to stay on top and like you win this round. But Tony's just like, fuck that leg. I wonder if that's the same knee he had that crazy ACL surgery on, or PCL, or whatever. I don't know, man. He's a freak.
Dude, it's just so crazy. Like they were saying, like a year and a half ago, Tony Ferguson versus now.
I saw a really good. I saw a really good picture on Instagram. I don't like saying from Twitter because I don't really have a Twitter, but you know when people just like screenshot a tweet and they put that on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I saw one of those, which I guess was a tweet, but it said, "I now have closure. No longer do I wish I saw Khabib versus Tony."
I know. Yeah.
But we got to put this into context. When Khabib versus Tony was scheduled one of the fucking million times, this was like 6 years ago. This was a long time ago. It's a whole different tone.
Whole different Khabib too, really, because Khabib started to become
got much better.
Better. Yeah.
Much better. Khabib when he beat Ali Quinta, everyone was like, this guy's really good. Like, he's never lost. He dominates. But then he had like the 3 big fights against 3 like world beaters and beat them more impressively each time, which was crazy. That's why it's kind of a shame his legacy ended when it did, because he went from just being this really good guy that's hard to beat to like every fight he's getting a tougher guy and just make it easy work of him. Conor McGregor, easy work. Dustin Poirier, easy work. Justin Gaethje, even easier work. It was pretty crazy. But yeah, I mean, if we saw that fight 4 or 5 years ago, man, like, who knows? It could have been epic. But now we know. Now we don't want to see that anymore, which is a shame. But we don't. We don't need to see that anymore.
Yeah, it was just sad. But
we now know Tony
Beneil's the real deal.
He is. He's good. But we now know Tony can be out grappled if he's on bottom position. Before it was like Tony on bottom scary, but Beneil Dariush was like, nah, not so much.
Yeah. Did you see Elon Musk tweeted him?
Yes, I did. That was a pretty hilarious call out. I became a Beneil Dariush fan after the night.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, this guy's pretty cool. He's pretty funny.
What's his car, bro? And it worked, dude.
Hey, dude, you gotta shoot your shot.
Yeah.
You gotta shoot your shot. You know what? Here's a fun statistic. You might want to write this down because you might forget this. This is a very fun statistic. You miss all the shots you don't take, bro.
It's very true.
100% of them, you miss them all. But yeah, so sad night for Tony fans. Obviously, dude, the Texas crowd was on the Tony train, weren't they? Holy shit! Holy shit! They literally did the stand them up chant, the most casual chant of them all. Like they did it. Oh my god, they did it.
I don't know, dude. I think the fans have evolved definitely because you like hear the roars on like grappling.
They wanted Tony to win. That's why they chanted.
Yeah, I know.
But you're right. No, you're right. The fans are much more tolerable now than they used to be. Used to be. Like when Brock Lesnar fought Frank Mir, when people were like, Frank Mir got his ass beat, and he's like, grab the leg. It's bullshit. It's like, well, not really, but I mean, I see what you're saying. So, Charles Oliveira versus Marco Chandler for the vacant lightweight championship. So, after careful consideration, this became my fight of the night.
I don't think it was long enough.
It was so exciting.
The first round was great. I would kind of wish it would have went for like. I think this could have been a crazy.
Yeah, it was a crazy battle for the 5 minutes and 20 seconds it lasted.
Mm-hmm.
It was epic, dude, and we got to see some of everything for sure.
Yeah, I thought when Oliveira got his back, I was like, son of a bitch, why didn't I get fucking sub? Like,
I know. I thought that was it. I was like, he's not getting up.
Yeah. I was like, why did he just give him his back?
I know. I thought that was it.
Dude, but he got out of it. I was impressed, actually.
I was very impressed. Very impressed he got out of it.
I'm still impressed with Michael Chandler. Even though, like, he lost, I was impressed with him.
I think they've shown they might be the two best guys in the world. Mm-hmm. Like, that might have been legit.
I think in the rematch will be good. I would think his next fight, whoever he gets, he probably will do well. Well, I don't know. They'll probably give him like Gaethje or
no. His next fight. You're talking about Chandler? You're talking about Oliveira?
Yeah, Chandler.
I think they should do Chandler Gaethje. That's what I think they should do.
Fuck, that's gonna be a good fight. That's gonna be a war.
Yeah, that's what they should do. And then I think Oliveira gets winner of the McGregor-Poirier trilogy. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Which
I'm thinking it'll be Poirier. Maybe closer to fight time, I'll change my mind. But I'm thinking Poirier wins again. And then, you think Conor wins?
I don't know.
Do you think Conor wins?
I don't know, man. Just something about that Irishman. Okay, he just makes you think he's gonna win because he did it for so long when you never thought he would.
Yeah. It's definitely not outside the realm of possibility. I think he's gonna be the favorite again. I think he'll be the
favorite again.
I think so. I just feel like this sport sort of evolved without him. Like there's no such thing as a calf kick when Conor was fighting.
Yeah.
And look what stopped him. Basically the calf kick. The calf kick basically ended him. He couldn't move. Like that's the reason Dustin teed off on him was because his leg was so compromised. He couldn't couldn't use his very elusive movement to get out. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's get back
to it now.
But yeah, I think because let's be honest, if Poirier didn't want that big money fight again, like he chose Conor, it should have been Poirier and Oliveira for the belt. Is what it should have been. But Poirier didn't want it, so they threw Chandler in there, which was fine. But I think Oliveira get the winner of that fight. So the fight starts. Oliveira first shot of the night, big calf kick, sets Chandler down. That was step one to losing my voice.
Yeah, because now we're at the final event now. Gage is going to win big money if this goes his way.
Yeah, or at least get my money back if Chandler wins with the hedge bet.
Mm-hmm. You would have made some still.
I made some.
Profited $17.
Yeah. So, and then Chandler stings. That's how I remember it, and I did watch it more than once. I watched the fight again the next day. So Chandler like stings Oliveira, so and Oliveira shoots for a double A, and then Chandler puts him in a guillotine, which I was a little concerned about at the time. I'm like, oh no.
You're like, what?
Because you just look at Chandler, I'm like, I bet this motherfucker has a hell of a squeeze. and then reoccurring topic on the show. Guillotines aren't that easy, bro.
No, the easiest thing to get, yeah.
Yeah, well, that fucking tank of a man just tried to pop Oliveira's head off, and then Oliveira was like, not quite good enough, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
So then, like you mentioned, Chandler kind of gives his own back. And then the commentators were perfect. They're like, oh no, like not to this man. Like this is the wrong guy.
Yeah, I know.
And then
Daniel's like, he's taking advantage of the wrestlers. He knows that we like to get up on our knees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he defended well and he even escaped. And he even escaped with the body lock in, which is more impressive. The body triangle was more impressive. That's just a bitch to get out of. He exploded out of it. I thought maybe he'd explode and maybe it'd be like a trap, like an armbar trap, which I think Oliveira did try to do, but not like set it up. But like when Chandler spun out, I think he tried to throw up an armbar and it was just too little, too late. But and then they stood up, and then right after they got back up, Chandler stung him, knocked him down.
Mm-hmm.
It was bananas, and I thought they were going to stop it, dude. I really did. When Oliveira was on his knees,
Mm-hmm.
and he was just teeing off, I'm like, oh my god, this is it. This is it. So then Oliveira rolls over to his back, plays like an open guard. And then even still, Chandler's landing some bombs, dude. He's coming down, landing some bombs. And then Oliveira, I feel like, played it smart. Every time Chandler came in, Oliveira would clinch him up and like hold him in his close guard. Just hold him tight. And the whole time, I'm just like, survive, bro. Survive the round. Clear your head. Clear your head. Survive the round. And he did, but
I know what's so crazy is like the way the round ended, and then
Yeah.
for it, the way round 2 starts is like, what the fuck?
I would give Chandler round 1 on scorecard.
Oh yeah, I did. I was like,
Yeah.
that was Chandler's round for sure.
Yeah. The perfect meme was Oliveira after round 1, and it's the call the ambulance, that meme. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
The guy's faking the heart attack. Call an ambulance, but not for me. That's Oliveira after round 1.
Yeah, dude.
So round 2 starts. I assume that everyone, I can only speak for myself. I'm concerned for Oliveira after.
Mhm.
I'm like, he's only had 60 seconds. Like, he definitely took some shots. Like, I feel like he might be touch and go. Like, another shot might fucking put him out. That's what I'm thinking. And then fucking Oliveira just chop, 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 chop. Crisp left hook, dude. Right on the button. Fucking drops Chandler. Finishing sequence. Runs up to him. Sort of puts him in a Muay Thai clinch. Lands a couple of shots. As Chandler's escaping to Oliveira's left.
Yeah, he fucking catches him.
Another left hook. Sits him down. That's all she wrote, baby.
And that's where you lost your voice.
I was
Completely.
going nuts, dude. It was so awesome. It was so awesome. Oh man, what a night! Yeah, I was like
Yeah.
hungover from excitement. I woke up. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it was one of the better full cards that I remember of recent, like in the
Yeah,
past
it was
handful.
it
Pretty
was good. Well, the best, dude. The Masvidal Usman one was the best one of the
Yeah.
year so far. That whole card was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
There was like only one fight made it to the second round or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Valentina's fight and Usman's fight were the only two that went to round 2. Pretty epic. But yeah, this one was, I thought, very good. I was very excited.
Yeah,
And then when it ended, I watched The Nice Guys, which I'm a big fan of.
that is a good movie.
You've seen it?
Yeah,
I like that movie a
it's
lot.
like dark comedy.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Big fan.
So
What's next? Oh, Rob
next
Font
week,
and Cody Garbrandt.
Cody Garbrandt.
Dude, that's a barn burner, bro. Carlos Esparza and this Jan chick.
Mm-hmm.
Felicia Spencer fighting. Oh, Nora Dumont. I know that. I don't know what I know that name from. Oh, the Hermanson to that just got pushed back a week. That's weird.
Why
That was
is it
supposed to be on the
card right now? Yeah.
That was supposed to be on the main card Saturday. Remember? That's when the Schnell fight took that fight's place, I think.
Mm-hmm.
One of those fights took that because Hermanson and Edmund Shabazian was on the pay-per-view, the Chandler pay-per-view. But that's weird. It got pushed back 1 week. Wonder why. I wonder if someone was having weight issues. That's very strange. Yeah, okay, card next week, I guess. Not that great of a card. The main event's
Ricardo Ramos, Bill Alego.
I haven't even looked at the prelims yet. Okay. Ben Rothwell's 4. I don't like Ben Rothwell. Yeah, I don't fuck with Ben Rothwell. It's an okay card next week. It's not that great. Rob Font and
it's a
Cody
fight
Garbrandt
night,
is
man.
very exciting. I know. But some of them are good. Rob Font and Cody Garbrandt is very exciting.
Yes.
Very exciting. Do you think Rob Font fucks him up?
You think so? You think Garbrandt's time's done?
I don't know if his time's done, but Rob Font's like a rising star, man. He's good.
Garbrandt's
What is
only 29.
I know he's young, man.
Rob Font's 33.
What's the odds?
What is the odds? You
I
know?
bet Rob Font's a dog. I bet he's a dog. People love some Cody, and they love Garbrandt, bro.
Carla Esparza is a dog. That makes sense.
That does make sense.
Edmund Shavazum's the dog. Cody Garbrandt is the slight dog.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I guess
Plus
other people.
104.
I guess I'm not the only one with the unique fucking thought over here.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently.
It's like whenever you thought Watterson was going to be the favorite, she was the heavy underdog.
Guys, I'm telling you, I got the big secret here. but the Brazilian. Like, yeah, everyone's already done that.
Everyone knows.
Dude, I bet Shabazian, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
I would. I thought this kid's good, man. He's young. He's talented. He got exposed by Derek Brunson, but like Jack Manson's not like the wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Got good submissions, but I don't think he's that much of a wrestler. I would bet Shabazian, especially if he's a dog. But yeah, honestly, I'd probably take Cody Garbrandt. That since he's the dog. I don't know. No, not really.
You gonna put in another bet next week, man? Now that you got the fever?
Probably not. Not with a card like this. It's not too good of a card. I couldn't think of a good enough parlay.
Yeah.
I think Rob Font lights him up though. If you wanna maybe. I don't know if you feel like after a good week of betting, if you want to take my advice.
Yeah.
I would bet Rob Font lights his ass up.
All right.
So.
Alrighty. Well, I will.
Now I gotta decide if I go back to sleep for 1 hour.
I'm going back to sleep, and then I will play you in 2K later tonight.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I'm off work. It's hard on weekdays, man. The time change is really what makes it hard.
Mm-hmm.
But well, you're off all day, right?
Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
If I get off, whenever I get off work, I'll hit you up. It's hard because I go to the gym, and like when I get back from the gym, it's fucking almost midnight your time.
Yeah.
But I can probably play you, depending how late I work, when I get home.
All right.
So like, just stand by. Maybe get your practice in before you get your ass whooped.
Sure, we'll do.
Are you nervous? You think I'm gonna beat you?
No, I'm pretty good at 2K.
It'd be hilarious.
It's not gonna be the show, so.
I remember when you said that.
Yeah, that's recorded.
For everyone to hear.
Yeah.
Dude, I've played a couple guys online. Dude. And these guys are next level. I was like, this is not fair. Dude, I quit. I was surprised I didn't get any nasty messages. I was down like 28-6 in like the first like 2 minutes. And I'm like, quit.
Yeah.
This is not good. It's pretty tough.
All right. Well, we'll see you tonight, bro.
Who are we gonna play? We're gonna play with classic teams? Can
Sure.
I be the classic Bulls?
Sure.
I'm gonna MJ up on you.
Fine.
I don't know who you can be. I guess you'll be like the
But
classic.
like 0-1 Lakers.
Yeah, that'd be pretty dope. Okay. All right, man. See you later. I guess I'll go back to sleep for an hour. Love you.
Yeah, bye.
Peace.